Pundits, supporters, and experts have weighed in on Chelsea after Carabao Cup final defeat on Sunday, with Gary Neville's billion-dollar bottle jobs line going viral. And sure, the cumulative transfer cost of Chelsea's players on Sunday, especially compared with Liverpool's blend of experience and raw youngsters, is astronomical. But how about a more sympathetic take? On one level, Chelsea's desperately late defeat by Liverpool at Wembley on Sunday should be of no surprise at all. Nothing in the Blues' league form this season suggests they can expect to beat Liverpool, no matter how injury-ravaged the Reds are. And let's not forget, Mauricio Pochettino's squad has been ransacked by injury for much of this season. Running the title chasers so close for 119 minutes could almost be celebrated as a fine showing. After all, it is only 3 weeks since they were utterly outplayed at Anfield in a miserable 4-1 thrashing. Regarding that game, yes, Liverpool were without Darwin Núñez, Diogo Jota, and Dominic Szoboszlai for this final, but instead could call upon Andy Robertson, Wataru Endo, and Cody Gakpo, while Harvey Elliott is himself in fine form as Jota's replacement. The money argument will always prevail, and of course, Chelsea's almost reckless splurge on promising youngsters faces permanent criticism. That narrative perhaps bled into this display. Jurgen Klopp sent on his array of similar-aged youngsters, but they played as underdogs, unproven, fresh, and uninhibited. Chelsea's group seemed weighed down by the pressure, particularly in extra time, of suddenly being favorites. One could also suggest that with a bit more luck when Conor Gallagher hit the post, or when Koeman Kelleher seemed to suddenly sprout wings to deny the same player, this could have been a very different epitaph. And then that all plays to the weight of history argument. No Blues fan needs reminding of what happened at Wembley in 2021-22 with successive shootout defeats to Liverpool. The vast majority of Pochettino's squad were not here then, but the clubs remember. 6 straight losses at the National Stadium is a burden for this once trophy-winning machine. It was almost inevitable, therefore, that Jurgen Klopp and his cavalier underdogs would prevail. Pochettino looked broken at full time, and the fans we have heard from clearly are not forgiving as they ruminate on silverware being wrenched from their grasp. It will be a tremendous test of Chelsea's resolve to see if they can respond against rampant championship high flyers Leeds United on Wednesday. That game has suddenly become huge. For Pochettino, this is a huge blow in a match that could have been a significant moment in his Chelsea project. Not only is he still looking for his first trophy in English football, but without picking up the EFL Cup, the rest of this season comes under mounting scrutiny. Chelsea had opportunities to win the match, and the way Pochettino's side backed off in extra time will be questioned. There have been times when Pochettino has come under pressure throughout the season, but the possibility of trophies and European football has always been pointed as a marker of how things are going. Now, Chelsea have lost this final. Their only chance of silverware this season comes in the FA Cup, and they take on Leeds United at Stamford Bridge in just 3 days. Pochettino will have a challenge to pick up his young squad to ensure the campaign does not completely unravel inside a week. Chelsea are 9 points from 6th and 17 points from the Champions League qualification spots in the Premier League table, so winning the FA Cup is currently one of their most realistic chances of qualifying for European football. Former West Ham midfielder Nigel Reo-Coker says Sunday's EFL Cup final defeat was a massive opportunity missed for Chelsea in what has been another difficult season. I don't like feeling sorry for anyone, but I do think Pochettino and what he's been dealt here at Chelsea is a difficult one, said Reo-Coker on the Football Daily podcast. The fact he made it to a cup final was an incredible opportunity, but then, with Liverpool's injuries, as a Chelsea fan, you would think it's a massive opportunity missed. On whether this is the end of Chelsea's season, ex-Blues goalkeeper Asmir Begovic added, "It looks that way. The FA Cup will be tough because of the teams remaining, and they're not going to get into Europe with their league positioning. It's difficult to imagine Chelsea not being in Europe for 2 seasons in a row. There's been so much change and upheaval, but the expectations have changed too. The word rebuild had never been used before. You just won games and didn't accept anything different." Please like, share, and subscribe for more global updates.